Should you try to cure gays? Well, you have, through help, diminished your homosexual desires, haven't you?
Yes.
Why did you want to change? It is so, to many people, utterly acceptable to be gay. There's nothing wrong with it. Why for you was it the wrong lifestyle?
I've always been aware of my homosexual issues, and even though I've been married for almost 29 years, I've been in conflict in terms of my Christian identity and my understanding of sexuality. So it's been my personal desire to try to establish the greatest heterosexual potentiality that I have. I love my wife. I don't want to take the option of getting out of my marriage. I love my children. And my understanding of Scripture is that this would be a good idea for me to continue in the way that I have been journeying towards more full heterosexuality.
Maybe
in
God
my life.
created you as a homosexual, though. Maybe it is your nature.
Well, I just don't believe that. I'm sure there are many people who do believe that, but it's my choice to go in the direction that I'm going in. And I'm surprised that that's a problem to anyone else. I thought that this was really an open society that allows people to make their choices and live their lives. I've really valued therapists and psychologists and even psychiatrists who've been empathetic towards my sense of identity and my understanding of faith.
Are you gay?
No,
Did you used to be gay?
I never identified as gay, but
Right.
I certainly did the things that I think many
Right.
gay people would choose to do.
Has it been a struggle?
It has been a struggle. But again, it's my choice and it's been worth it. If I could tell you how I am now, in comparison with what I was 4 years ago, I think you'd understand where I'm coming from.
Choice. Freedom
Absolutely.
of choice.
If Mike wants to make that choice, and if he's happy, that's up to him. But I think the experience overall is that most people who try to change may temporarily succeed, but ultimately don't. And often it causes them great emotional and psychological damage and impacts very adversely upon their families. So I would say that, you know, when we have a situation in Britain where some churches perform exorcisms on young children, gay boys aged 14, 15 or 16, to cure them against their wishes because of family pressure, that is a form of child abuse.
Have you given therapy to people who would stand up and say, I used to be homosexual,
Yes,
I am
I
no
have.
longer homosexual?
Yes, I have.
Is that not dangerous, as Peter Tatchell suggests?
If I will never deal with someone in the type of situation that Peter Tatchell brought up. I will never deal with someone who actually has been sent to me by their parents or by their church, because, as with any form of therapy, unless the person wants to be there, you're not going to be able to help them.
Okay, it's got to come from them. Do you think it's dangerous, Sharon?
I do think it's very dangerous. I mean, I get calls from people almost on a daily basis who are struggling with this question because of their religious understanding and their sexual orientation. And some of them have gone through these reparative therapies, and that has put them in an even worse situation because they feel pressured by their church, by their religious community to change, and so they try to force themselves to do so.
But it's a choice issue, isn't it?
Yes, and I totally agree with Mike. If you are happier in the way you are, I think that is fantastic. I think if you actually consider your sexual orientation to be something like being left-handed, there are an awful lot of people who have an inclination to be left-handed, and many years ago we forced left-handed people to be right-handed. We used to say that being left-handed was from the devil, and we actually would not allow them to be so, and we made them do things right-handed. It didn't take away their left-handedness, it never could, but they could live as a right-handed person, and that's what we're doing. But we caused them so much distress.
The choice factor that's been mentioned is fundamental to this. We're all made by God. We're all created in His image. Now, fundamentally, we come across as different. We've all got we're all different.
There are millions of homosexuals in this country, all across the world. Why did God create homosexuality?
He didn't create homosexuality. Homosexuals are people just like everyone else, and He created people. The acts that homosexuals commit, that is what is termed as sin. Not the person, not what they stand for or their daily life, but their actions. So the actions...
Love is never a sin.
Well, the
If God
action
is
that
love,
they-
so how can love be a sin? And therefore, loving somebody of the same gender is not a sin. Everybody
I didn't
brings
say the
homosexuality back. Everybody brings homosexuality down to the sexual act. There are a number of sexual acts that I would consider to be a sin. Any sexual act that is performed between two people who are not consenting is a sin.
What is so bad about being gay, Phelan?
I don't think there's anything bad about being gay. I've got gay friends. Seriously, I've got gay friends. Actually, most of them agree with me doing the type of work that I do. That may surprise some people in this room because they believe it's a choice. Going back to Dr. King's comment, there is more evidence in the last 10 years that these therapies can help some people than there is for there to be harm. I've actually sat at home, and I've even got it here in
Why
my
do
bag.
people
at
need
the
to be
back,
helped? Why shouldn't you just go
saying
with
that
the
there's more
natural flow of your life and just relax?
But for a lot of them, they don't want that. But because of the pressures that are being put on them by society, I'm having people come to me now as a counsellor who've been to psychotherapists, been to counsellors, and said, I'm not happy with my homosexuality, and they've been told, oh, you've just got internalised homophobia.
Yeah.
In my case,
No.
I lived a gay lifestyle.
Has your
I've had
heterosexuality
boyfriends.
increased?
I don't have any gay feelings at
proportionately?
all.
No longer.
No, I no longer have any gay feelings at all.
You know
Has your heterosexuality proportionately increased as your
Yes.
gay feelings have disappeared?
Yeah, I'm now on dating websites looking for a marriage partner.
Have you had a girlfriend?
Yes,
Right, so you're considering marriage?
yes.
Yeah.
And
Maybe you were just bisexual.
No.
No.
The evidence is that, as with any other psychological therapy, not everybody's going to be helped. Why is reparative therapy or gender affirmative therapy being asked to have 100% saying where no other therapy is?
You guys, Luke, Maris, you tried.